Okay, hey, shalom, shalom. First off, we like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kwadash, Sawada, Yahweh for giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, elders of GMS, our big brothers, and greetings and salutations to the brothers Akim in this country and all over the world who are prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who descendants from those people on their father's side. All right, shalom to those who are scattered abroad, here we are, in NYC, let the scripture speak, all right? Of course, week in and week out, ushering the name and the power of our deliverer, man, okay? King Yahushai, from the power of the Father, all right? And once again, like we always do, Lord willing through the Spirit, you know, just conversing before we hit that button to start this show. We were just talking about the Nas, Brother Priest Kanai, saying that, you know, basically at the end of the day, the chaos, how should I say, the chaos in this current nation, or the nation right now, is unbelievable. But it's believable because of the scriptures, all right, of the unbelievable things that are happening in this nation. You know, case in point, like the news, all right, we're talking about basically, here it is, you have this migrant situation that these migrants were in NY or whatever were beating up an NY police officer, right?
Times Square.
Yeah, it was, no, yeah, Times Square, yeah, at Times Square, all right, and on camera, all right, they got footage of this, okay, so it's not like an accusation where they make an accusation, it's just, you know, no footage or proof. There's actually proof of a NYPD officer getting jumped and beat up by migrants over there at Times Square, all right? Long story short, they got what? He got released a few days later with no bail. Okay, no bail. You would think, like Elder Nas brought up, they would get, really, according to the law, you know, you're supposed to, you know, when these kind of things happen, migrants come into any city of U.S. and beat up and break the law, you know, they get deported. You know, according to the penal code of America, the laws, American law, right? Here it is, but this didn't happen in this situation. Again, migrants came to this country. You would think, according to the best laws in the world, or to regard your safety, that these people that beat up an NYPD officer would get deported. But they didn't, all right? They got released with bail, right? And, was it no bail? No bail. So like no bail. And they got released back into the public. And they're saying that, they have chances to go to California or other parts of the nation to receive migrant benefits, man. Remember, mind you, after beating up and breaking the law and beating up an officer of the law. Okay? So basically what we're coming out here is saying that, look, the Bible talks about civil unrest, okay? Civil unrest really comes from civilians, all right? The citizens, you civilians, that are basically wrecking shop, beating up actual law givers or policy enforcers, hence police officers, and getting nothing done to you. So this is the system in the society that we live in right now currently, man. All right, which is not just. It shows you a lawless society where it's headed. It's basically headed towards chaos, because without what's the phrase, law, there's no order. So there's no law and order, so to speak. Well, that's a good one, through the Spirit. All right, with no law and order, you have chaos, and that's what we're in right now. And at least know that. Without law and order, you have what? I said it again, chaos, which again goes back to the slogan of the elites, which is again, order out of chaos. Okay?
Isaiah 10:1, it says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed."
Come, that's the spirit. Once again,
It says Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
woe unto them, which woe means destruction. Destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Basically, decree means to write, to legislate, or write into law, right? Of a law that governs or controls the people of your society, right? That you're governing, right? So woe unto them that write that. I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry.
It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Woe unto them, or destruction unto them that decree or write laws that are unrighteous. All right, which again points to America, man. You got in this society we just mentioned, you got migrants coming to this country and beating up actual policy enforcers, man. Beating up police officers or lawgivers.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot more than that. This brother just showed me a bunch of migrants beating up somebody on a bus. You got migrants doing theft and stealing and just robbing people. You know, and mind you, a lot of these migrants are just like thugs from the other countries, man.
Yeah.
You see, so they're just doing a whole bunch of shit. But why not? They're incentivized to do so because there's no punishment for their actions, especially now. Once they see we can get away with whooping the cops' ass, you think it's gonna stop? No, it's just gonna escalate. But it seems to be like this is sort of what they want. Because why else would you release this, and why would you write laws to give them a free pass to just commit all these heinous acts, man?
Especially with the border just being
wide open. Like you're gonna just leave it wide open and just allow, pretty much saying, yeah, you can come over here in our country and beat the fuck out of cops, rob, steal, murder people, and then you can go to any of those, and you can go to any of those democratic states and receive benefits, live for free. Like the 5 that whooped the cops' ass, they fled to Cali because Cali is another blue state that has a lot of benefits. You see, it appears to be that they want the chaos, right? Like, do you want the chaos to happen? Right? So why? Because we know part of their MO or their agenda, once they introduce chaos, they introduce a resolution, which that resolution is usually to strip the people away of their rights, man. You see? So that's why this scripture says in Isaiah 10:1, it says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and write deviousness which they have prescribed. The Most High said destruction unto you, right? Because you're writing all these laws with the intent of stripping away more rights, so you can have more and more control.
Yeah, because it goes back to their plan. That basically it's called the Hegelian dialectic, all right, which coincides with the meaning order out of chaos, right? Because if you're bringing order to quench chaos, right, the chaos is obviously a problem. So it goes back to the Hegelian dialectic, which means a problem, reaction, solution. You know, they create the problem. You know, as the saying goes, they see the reaction from the problem, and they get to bring in their planned solution. All right. You can use the recent years as an example. The jump shot, we'll say. All right. That was a perfect example of a problem that was created or patented. All right. What should I say?
You get it.
All right, that was patent. All right, for them to bring a solution, which is the jump shots that were mandated to clean up the problem. Right, and it all benefited them at the end of the day. So it ain't no different from this problem now. You have all these unrighteous laws that are creating more chaos for them to bring in their order or their solution. Which, again, like we always been talking about week in and week out, martial law, man. That's their solution. Martial law is a military law, all right? Which is gonna control the streets and basically treat the country as basically a prisoner, or shut the country down. So this is where this is all leading to, all this chaos and civil unrest. Right? So, like you were saying, it seems to be, what are they, inviting chaos? Are they inviting lawlessness so they can bring in some kind of order to another level to combat this? Because the only level that's going to combat this is martial law. That's going to combat migrants and people from breaking in homes and murdering people and beating up police officers. Right? Because the current law now is not working. So what's going to be the higher law? Martial law. Okay? Which is all going to point towards that MOTB to implement the total order, man. Total control. Anyways. That's okay. And you were done with that.
Yeah. Second Ezra 15 and 14. And I'm going to read down to 19. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
So, can you go back to that? Because I think there's a little bit more after that. I think, right? 10? Yeah. This is where you were before. 10 and 1? That might be, like 2 or 3 verses after that.
It says, Isaiah 10 and 1, woe unto them that decree and righteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Isaiah chapter is a good chapter, but at the end of the day, all these laws, right, are targeted towards the Most High's people, man, to draw them away from the laws that was already given to our people in the first place, all right? Because these laws that are given to the people and are making them which is unrighteous, is the outcome, all right? The outcome of these laws is the proof that these laws are unrighteous, because they're not working, all right? They're not constructive, okay? They're actually destroying or destructive, okay? As you can see, people beating up each other in the streets, broken homes, people committing suicide, etc., man. But anyway, the people who are most needy, right, which these laws are supposed to protect, they're getting worse. All right? Our people are getting worse, man, and ultimately it's drawing us back from the Heavenly Father. So against Allah.
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Yeah, and that's ultimately what it is. All these laws that are there to protect the citizens are not protecting the citizens. At the end of the day, you have laws directed towards our people as a sign of help, like something called welfare laws, right? Like food stamps or Section 8 or WIC checks, whatever have you. Welfare laws that are there to help mostly who? Our people who are on welfare, because welfare is supposed to be for what? People who are less fortunate, right? People who are poor. They're not helping our people at the end of the day, right? Because what's the guideline? No father in the house, okay? No father in the house is one of the most singlest things, or the single point how people and society and individuals are destroyed, man, with no father in the house, with God having no structure. Right? A lot of people who are commit prostitution, locked up in jails, commit suicide, do drugs, etc., etc. They have one common denominator: no father. That's why people are jacked up. So that definitely took us away from the Heavenly Father.
It says, and what will you do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're not getting the righteous laws that was given on to his people. All right? These laws of welfare laws, or laws of America, laws of Puerto Rico, laws of South America, wherever you're from, that's not the laws that was given to us by our Father, man, or the Father of the nation of Israel. All right, so it's not doing us good. It's basically because we don't have the laws. What are we then? What are we then? We're cursed. Because the laws of the Lord is a blessing. Anything other than that, look around you. Look around, man.
It says, and what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, these laws that are not given to us, right? It's drawing you towards destruction. It's not drawing you towards salvation, right? Voting to be who your next president is, or I don't know. I can't think of any other ones off the top, but basically these laws are not gearing you towards salvation, man. Which at the end of the day, there's no laws about not putting the Most High before you, or prohibiting how should I say? There's no laws enforcing to put the Most High in your life in this society, right? There's no laws saying that you are not to wear mixed clothing, or the woman honor the father in the house, or dietary laws, right? Or even ultimately to believe in Yahweh Shai, right? Having faith in Him, not having, like it just said, not having faith in the Most High. It just said it, right? In a way.
It says, to whom will you flee for help, and where will you leave your glory?
Yeah, because we didn't flee for the Most High for His help. Again, by not following His commandments, right? We thought these laws would help us in our life, but it didn't. These laws aren't there to help you. They're there to destroy you. Okay, and that's what ultimately this America, this Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed. These laws in this country is here to destroy you, man, and keep us away from our power. That gives us keep us away from our laws, which ultimately again is to believe in Yahweh Shai. You know.
It says, without me they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
You guys want to get involved. Right. Well, that's what he said. What did he say? If they bow without me? So
it says, without me they shall bow down under the prisoners.
Yeah, with that, it's self-explanatory, man. Without me, they should bow down to the prisoners. All right? I'm sorry, how does it say? Under the prisoners. Okay? Meaning that we're going to be in total subjection to our how should I say, be in captivity to our slave masters, right? Because when you're in prison, you have how should I say, prison guard, or is that a good word? Right? Who's our prison guards? Who's locking us up? That's a better one. The water. That's a better one. Because that's because it said under me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So overseer. That's right, brother. Okay. So that's right. Who are overseers? The so-called white man, the nation of Edom. All right.
Then it says, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
Yeah. So all this that we've done, and from not leaning on the Lord's help by basically having faith in Yahweh Shai, what we have been subjected and to our overseers, to our oppressors, which is again the nation of Edom, right? And that's the outcome of what? Not leaning on Him for His help, our power's help. Okay, but with all that being said, the Lord still has His hand stretched out towards His people, by way of the prophets and by way of the truth. Right? There's still a glimmer of hope. All right, which ultimately regards your belief, man, of Him, not this system. Okay?
This Habakkuk 1 and 4, I'm going to go back to the second.
And also, it says
his hand is stretched out still.
And that's only going to last for so long because we're approaching a point where the Most High isn't going to stick His hand out for His people anymore, for the not the 2/3, for the nation of Israel, right? Because I think that's Revelation. Yeah. Because we're going to come a point, like you had mentioned, one of the ways that the Most High stretches out His hand. One of the ways the Most High stretches out His hand for the nation of Israel is through His prophets, right? But the prophets are only going to be out there for so long. You see, because we're going to come a point. We can see it now. We can see we're approaching a time where, our voice. They're going to shut our voice, man. We're not going to be able to go out here on the highways and byways, and you're not going to be able to see videos of the men of the Lord out there ushering in the elect. But once that time happens, you know that the elect are pretty much sealed. You know?
This is Amos 8 and 11.
Yeah.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land.
Yeah.
Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Right. It says so, but not a famine of bread or water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Right. Now we know what's that? That's why the scriptures say. I'm paraphrasing. It says, seek you.
Seek you the Lord while he may be found.
Thank you, man.
Call you upon while he is near.
Yeah, because it says seek you. Get it now. This is one Isaiah 34.
This is Isaiah 55, 6. It says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
Okay, yeah.
Call ye upon him while he is near.
Right, yeah. It says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. So the Lord may be found. As long as the prophets are out here on the highways and byways, the Lord is still able to be found. Right? But once you don't see the prophets out there on the highways and byways anymore, or you don't see the prophets out there on the internet, then the Lord is that's basically symbolic of the Lord shutting the same way He shut the door in the ark with Noah, and He shut all those other people from being able to enter in. That's the same way the Lord is going to shut the door as far as the elect.
Might as well get this real quick for you. Real quick. You mentioned door. Because you mentioned earlier, like, even though the Lord said He has His hand stretched out still, right? That He's about to pull back His hand. All right, like you were saying. All right. So this is Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. It reads, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me."
Yeah, and that's the Lord, right? And that's the Spirit, because the Lord comes in the volume of the book, right? So the Lord is actually the physical manifestation of the Word. That's why He's referred to as the Word of the Lord, the Word of the Most High, right? So He'll come and sup with you, meaning He'll give you, pour wisdom upon you, right? That's why He says, "I stand at the door and knock," meaning He's there. You see? But we're going to approach a time where He's not going to be there anymore. He's going to shut that door. And we refer to it as I believe the scriptures too, the doors of mercy. Those doors of mercy are going to be shut pretty soon. All right? And the Most High is not going to be able to be found. And you're going to, 2/3, the nation of Israel are going to seek high and low for the Lord, but you're not going to find. That's why it says, what's that, in Hosea? They shall seek me early in their affliction, or in their affliction they shall seek me early. Right? When all hell, that's when you want to inquire the Lord, man. But by then it's going to be too late. So that's why the scriptures say, you just read Isaiah 55, it says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found." Right? Just like it said here in Isaiah, it says, but his hand, it says, for all this his anger is still not turned away. And then it says, but his hand is stretched out still. So even though the Lord is allowing all this chaos and death and destruction and punishments towards His people, He's still there for you. You know, He still has His hand stretched out, and He still has His prophets out there for you to hear about the gospel. Yeah, there's still. That's why all Israel. That's why Ezekiel 3 and Ezekiel 33. That's why the nation of Israel really has no excuse. Like, this has been out. Everybody knows about this message, man. everybody had a chance to. That's why when you get burned up, you know, when those missiles get shot over here from those other countries, we ain't gonna feel sorry for you, man. We're gonna be scared. Lord willing, Lord willing, we don't take part in the destruction. Lord willing, we don't take part in that fire. You know, but by then, you had your chance. You know.
Yeah, because that would make the Most High unjust,
right?
If He weren't to tell you of His judgment without even telling you and warning you, you know. So that proves that the Lord has warned every single soul on planet Earth, especially the souls of Israel, about His great judgment, right? Or else it would be on His fault. We know that's not the case, you know. So again, like the elder saying, through what we're saying through the Spirit, you know, that His word has been out, and you have opportunity to wake up, but the doors of mercies are closing, man.
Yes, only to the elect. That's what the Lord is only stretching His hand out to. Through Yahushua, hey, that's Yahushua is mercy. You know?
Yeah, that's the only ones who's gonna grab His hand, or answer or open that door, you know, as the scriptures are alluding to.
The Lord said, "I am the door," right?
Yeah. Yep.
No man can come through but by me.
That was it.
Okay.
So back in,
I had another quick one. My bad. For that. Same subject. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. It says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them."
Right. Yeah. The evil days. We didn't approach the evil days yet, right? Meaning the time, essentially the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
We're not fully, you know, we're at the brink of it. Yeah, the famine, like we ain't there yet. But that time is approaching that time is approaching very fast. If you can see it, all you gotta do is turn on the news or read some news articles, man. Right?
Oh, there was I'm sorry. There was another this week, another news about a factory of chickens burning down.
I heard that. Yeah, that's something.
You know, another one of those again.
And what's that gonna cause? Famine, man. It's gonna cause a famine. I saw a video of a trucker. He was fueling his truck, his diesel truck, and the gas attendant told him, "Are you preparing for, you know, the shortage?" He was like, "No, I'm getting gas for my generator." What do you mean a shortage? She was like, "Yeah, watch what happens in the next 20 days because there's going to be a shortage in fuel." And he was like, "Once that happens, the fuel prices are going to get jacked up, man. They're going to skyrocket because it's scarcity." So he was like, fuel for diesel is going to be like $10, man. And then regular gas is going to be, maybe it's going to jump up to, it's going to probably start off at like $7-8.
That's crazy.
You know,
Oh man.
a gallon.
Oh,
and then
man.
it's just going to go up from there. Why? Because of the situation going on in the Middle East with the Houthis that are blocking that access for those oil rigs to get over here. You see? So it's going to be, and that alone,
Bunch of chaos.
That alone, gas getting inflated to $10 a gallon is going to cause a lot of problems here in America.
Well, a lot of chaos.
Yeah, a lot of chaos.
Well, like you said, problems as well, which goes back to the formula. As we speak, you can't forget about the Zionist New World Order formula, that problem, because like you said, with the gas prices rising, that creates a lot of problems, which incites violence and chaos. You remember what happened with gas shortages or gas shortages at gas stations? Yeah, people sticking each other up with guns and siphoning gas from cars. Yeah, stealing people's gas. That incites chaos. So which would have to mean, again, order would have to stand down or come into play somehow, some way.
I was just even thinking, even how long we be out here. It's even family of that. In a sense, we be out here. You know how we used to be back in the days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even that's short. So
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
No, the Lord really about to pull his hand back.
Oh yeah.
Real soon.
Yeah, just imagine, well, I mean, the only way, again, they're going to have to bring the military in to enact order. They're going to literally have to be people with machine guns and guns at the gas station when you get gas, so they can enact order at the gas station, man.
Start rationing out gas.
Yeah, ration, yeah.
You can only get gas, a certain amount of gas.
Yeah, with a gun in your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at a certain time.
Yep.
And then, then gas is going to run out. Uh-oh. No gas, come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
See? How am I going to get home? I'm on E. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Get out of here. Like you said, with a gun in your face. Next, That's how it's going to be, man. It's going to be, and that's just going to incite chaos and
I didn't get enough gas. I got a baby in the car. Well, that's all you get. But what am I going to move it next?
Yeah, move
gun
it
in your goddamn
next.
face. I said, move it, bitch.
You're detained. You and your baby.
Yeah.
Man, we're making jokes of it, but
It's
gonna be as soon as gonna become a reality. The chaos that's gonna happen just by the shortage of gas alone.
Yeah, that's just one scenario.
One scenario of chaos.
Yeah.
And then we still got this situation. With the crazy migrants beating the jumping cops. We still got a situation in Texas with is it the state?
The border crisis.
The border crisis.
At the showdown at the border.
The showdown
At the Texas border.
God's army.
The federal agents against state, right, or National Guard.
Yeah. Then you got shit that's not even in their control. I saw something that LA is supposed to get a whole bunch of rain. Like Cali is supposed to get 12 inches of rain.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah, I saw that.
They got a song saying it never rains in Southern California, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. That's just natural. Oh, there was a fucking earthquake in Oklahoma, 5.1.
Oh yeah,
That was
man.
the other day.
Hey, Louis jacking this place up,
So
man.
hey, man, it's gonna be structured, purpose like chaos orchestrated. Then it's gonna be chaos for the Most High.
That's right.
So it's gonna be chaos everywhere, man.
That's right. Because at the end of the day, the Most High is causing all this mayhem, man. At the end of the day, man, and which proves again that, that again, this country's moving everywhere you go. We're late on that. We're talking about natural disasters. We're talking about getting gas at the gas station, or just walking down the streets getting jumped. Anywhere you look,
Food shortage.
Yeah, food shortage.
Chicken.
Food shortages, man. So anywhere you go, there's a how should I say, a harm, right, so to speak, or danger in your life. Where where there's danger and harm, what else there has to be? You have to be saved from that situation, out of that situation. So again, anywhere in your life, you need to be saved out of that, man. All right, which at the end of the day is only going to be the faith in Yahweh Shai, right? It's not going to be anything tangible that's going to help you out of your harmful scenario, all right, or your dangerous scenario that you're involved in, man, which is ultimately going to lead to death, all right? So only thing that's going to lead you out is something that's not physical, man, okay, which is faith. All right, and the only ones who have a chance to, attain that salvation or be saved from danger, but at any scenario that they're in, is this. All right, the ones who have done it in their youth, didn't come under at the last minute. All right, but when they're in trouble. Ecclesiastes again, 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light, or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after their rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out their windows be darkened.
Yeah, the grinders cease. I know UPS. Oh, UPS.
Yeah, 20,000 or something.
12. UPS is cutting.
12,000. getting cut from their jobs.
Yeah. So that's and I saw something else.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The UPS, they actually knew that it was going to happen too. That's another good detail.
They did it 5 months.
Yeah, prior. They knew it was coming.
So that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Right, and they just gave people raises.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Oh, listen, you're gonna get a guaranteed.
Wow. Knowing that they're gonna have not a job.
140 a year or whatever. It went from it was an increase. It went from like 135 or 138 to like 142 after 5 years to get pension.
Yeah.
Right? They knew that, but there was anything in 3 months, man. We gonna fly hack these niggas. Anyway. So fuck it. Well, look, and that's just one. That's just one company. I saw a few other companies. You said it was Citigroup. I saw another. It was like a department store or something. They were cutting jobs, but this is like an annual. This is a yearly thing where they just cut a bunch of jobs.
Yep.
Because,
shows you the direction of the country.
Yeah, that's the scriptures. It said the grinding shall cease, man.
Yep.
And the keepers, Macy's, right? It was some department store. They more cuts every year. There's more and more and more cuts, man.
Yep.
So, hey.
Kind of says, and those that look out their windows be darkened, which the windows represent your future, because it's an analogy. When you look out your window in your room and you're gazing out the window, you're imagining things. You're thinking about your future. So that's what it signifies. So the future of people about, which lies in your pension, or all the stuff that you work hard for, you set up money on the side for your future, because by way of your work, right? The pension that you put on the side, or the money you save, that's out the window now, man. It was literally, right?
I'm gonna pay off my house in 10 years. It's great.
Yeah. But that's all done with, man. Why? Because, again, they're cutting. Now the job that you worked at, right? Oh, all of a sudden, you get a pink slip when the day you come in. Sorry, no more work. No work. What do you mean? I got a pension lined up. I got 3 more years for my kid, sorry, we
Bad economy.
We gotta, bad economy. We gotta cut. We gotta make some cuts. But what am I gonna do? I got a family. Had 1 more year to that great bonus.
Looks like UPS and hiring. Next.
Next. Yeah, man. So, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
A lot of broken hearts and a lot of broken hearts, because you're gonna realize, damn, I got no future now. What about the money I was putting on the side to buy the house for my family? My wife's pregnant. I just had another 2 months. Yeah, we're expecting. Yes. Oh, the stock market crashed. I just had all this money saved. Now my value of $200,000 went to $10,000 in a matter of 2 days. Now I can't move to, whatever. Anyway, your plans are done before, man. It says, verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and ye shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Yeah, so, that bird represents your alarm clock, waking up to go to work, but there's no work to go to, right? And then, then it goes into the daughters of music shall be brought low. I mean, that's, there's no music now, there's no music, everything's recycled, everything's remixed, everything's a sample from an old song. Music is just total trash, so that's pretty obvious, So this whole country, this whole system is just gonna go down the drain, man. We can see that happening.
Everything's like getting revamped.
Yeah.
Right. And you just like me and Nas, we were like this brother too, we're basketball heads, man, all our lives. Yeah. I mean, we love sports. But you just feel me in, which I don't even watch NBA. I just look at highlights. I don't even watch that shit. But you just filled me in a few weeks ago. Now within the season, now they got in the NBA mid-season tournaments.
They got tournaments, bro.
Like separate, that has nothing to do with the regular season. Like championships that have nothing to do with the regular season numbers. Right. So they're like trying to reinvent certain things in society, which is still not working. the ratings are still low as hell with the NBA, and it's getting worse. You know, people are not watching the NBA anymore. And a lot of sports, it's just bad. You know, but that's just one scenario. Music, movies, all right? It's all bad reviews. The economy, how many times the economy trying to get revamped? Right? With stimulus checks, whatever have you get the point. This place is done, man. Yeah, that was it, basically. Yep, that was it.
So back in Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. He says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. And they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Yeah, so, you know, basically, all these things that are happening, I think the spirit of power behind Hashem Yahushua is going to lead to the Lord's men, start the apostles on down, to basically, you know, just shut the fuck up. You're going to shut up soon, man. Okay? And the judgments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to ramp up. And that's the way how the Lord's going to talk to you. All right? So you can keep on, you know, lollygagging and scoffing. All right, till that day comes, man, when this whole thing is shut down. All right, the brothers mentioned martial law. You ain't gonna be able to go to another city and do what you want to do. All right, then you're gonna be like, damn, you should have listened to those men. All right, but it's gonna be too late. Okay, soon we're gonna be off the streets, man. All right, we're gonna be off the streets soon, man. We're gonna be off the internet. So you can't forget about that. Esau Edom is planning a cyber attack as well. You know what I'm saying? So all you people that's on social media, man, that heard this truth, you know, and think it's a game, man, reality is about to set in. We already feeling it, man. Okay? We know what it's like, man. So when it gets real, look, we gonna be protected. How much more you? Okay? That's playing around with your how about you now shot, man. You know? So it's all about coming back to the Lord now, man. Before the Lord pulls his hand back, man.
Yeah, and you just said something too. And we got a lot of dummies, obviously playing around with Yahweh Shemashah. We're not even talking about the faithful idiots out here, zombies, walking up amongst us, man. You know, because there's a greater judgment. I mean, all judgment this is the time of judgment. But who's gonna really feel that fire? You know, the ones who've been playing with Yahweh Shemashah, man. You know, at least these dumb idiots out here, you know, they're gonna die in their sins. You know, but it's much more worse to die when you're aware of what you were going off in, man. You got people who are actually knowing the name of Yahweh, right? Knowing a little more than the average dummy out here, playing with the belief in Yahweh, man. Playing with the Son of the Only Father's name, you know, and everything that goes with the name, you know, denying the books of the New Testament, denying one of the main prophets, dealing with one of the main subjects of the last day scriptures, which is what waking up the Gentiles, you know, waking up the dispersed. They're denying one of the main vessels for that, man. You know what I mean? So what's going to happen to them? Hey, Shalom, how you doing? You know? You know what I mean, man? Yeah, anyway, but hey, you know, we're at the end because society proves that. Again, we always bring out this point. If we're coming out here saying, you know, America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire and there's no such thing as nuclear missile technology, then we look like psychopaths.
Yeah, you said that in the video, right?
You know,
that makes them look like lies.
Yeah. If there's no wars or rumors of wars, and there's actually peace going on, then we look like idiots, man. If we're talking about an economy or your stock market's going to crash, but there's no signs of the economy crashing, and you have the top economy in the world and a dollar, then we look like, but that's not happening. Everything that we're saying through the spirit of the scriptures is actually happening in real time, right? And again, you got just to practice what you're saying, you got people who are playing with this word, man. While we up here, doing our best through the Spirit to not get the Lord angry, all right, in our daily lives, trying to do what we can do to receive His mercy. You got people playing with that mercy, man. And we're up. Look, I speak for all. We're scared as hell. That's why we up here. All right.
Last verse it says, "In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst." So look, these jakes out here that's playing around with the Yahweh Shal Shai, the names and the prophecies. All right, when that judgment come upon you, man, we actually starving to death. All right, the kids are starving to death. Death is all around you. You're gonna be mentally thirsty for this word, man. All right, to basically get you through. To receive salvation from Yahweh Shal Shai. All right. 2/3 of you, you're gonna be through out here, man.
I mentioned the time we're in, right? And it's evident what time we're living in based on prophecy, right? I'll read this. It's Habakkuk 2, verse, I'll start at 2. It says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak." That vision is speaking about the prophecies, right? And those visions, right? Those visions, man.
So like we have a bunch of Jake wildebeest causing chaos.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And those visions, like I was saying, is going into these prophecies, and the appointed time they're speaking is at the end. Is that, matter of fact, it said that. It says, "For an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak."
May I? Yeah, because when you read that, we just find out big news today, which I believe it's been happening before. But what was the big news this week? That Elon Musk has finally done a brand name, a so-called human implant.
That's right.
Last week, a human trial brain implant, a chip implant. Okay, it shouldn't be deleted because it actually happened. All right. What's today's date? February the 3rd or the 2nd?
It's the 3rd today.
Of 2/3/2024. Okay. As of what? The last week of January 2024. All right. We should be able to say this happening. That Elon Musk has had his first human trial or human brain implant.
Yeah. So that person's recovering well.
Right.
I think they've been did that. They just
they've been did that.
But whatever. They're saying it. They made it public. They're saying they had the first implantee. And that person, they didn't say it was died. They didn't say it, right?
Yeah, of
course.
Said
that person is doing well and is recovering well.
Yeah.
That's it's prophecy, right? Because that goes into the CHIP, the MOTB, Revelation 13, right? And that's something that we spoke through the Spirit. Okay. That's something we spoke through the Spirit, starting with our apostles on down for years now. I remember when we first came in, 07, 08, they were, the apostles were talking about that. The CHIP, man. Right? Now it's speaking now, right? And that also lets us know what time we're in. We're living in the end, not the end of the world is going to be destroyed, but we're living at the end of a certain rulership. So the 2nd Ezra is the 6th chapter. Right? So I'll read that again. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." So those prophecies, they're going to come, right? We boldly say that World War III is going to happen, the MOTB is going to be on the scene, pushed on a mass scale. What else? Those are like the last real, uproars of the people,
race riots.
But the main scriptures constantly focus on is MOTB and World War III, because those are the two major prophecies that are left. You know, and essentially, really, they're already here, but it's not it's not on a full scale. You know, so that's why we could boldly say that. We've been saying that for years because we believed in the scriptures. Right? All right, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It's Isaiah 42:9. It says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." You know, so yeah, the prophets have been basically the prophets have been preordained, man, to bring these visions, these prophecies to the people. All right, really to the elected nation of Israel. Okay, you mentioned about the time of Noah, which was a former thing that happened, and it came to pass, right? So, hey, new things the Lord has declared unto us, you know, through the visions that the prophets had, which are back in the incarnation. Right? The spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophet. We're talking about the MOTB. That's a new thing, you know, and it's getting ready to happen. We're in that time now. You know, dealing with that situation with Elon Musk, you know, completing his first human trial, like they had a successful surgery or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, making it sound, you know.
You know, that's the one I want to do a show on that tomorrow. That's one of the shows I want to do something on. Big brother Elder Zuckerman sent me an article that he did something on it. He sent me an article on that Elon Musk having a you know, the brain trial, as we know, or a human trial. But the thing that I want to bring out on it, Lord willing, is just that how should I say that I was gonna say I forgot, but that it's actually here, you know, that the prophecy are just speaking like we're just saying. I was gonna phrase it another way, but I forgot. You know, but you know, it can't be ignored anymore, you know.
Right.
You know, it can't be ignored. Like these things are actually oh, I'm sorry, that's what I was gonna say, that the news of Elon, basically don't get used to hearing of human implants, chip implants in humans. That's what I meant to say. It's locked. The water get Bishop show. Get used to hearing of like this news of like what he did, or you know, chips inside of human beings. Get used to hearing more of that rhetoric. All right, that's what I'm saying. You know, through the spirit. So this is not gonna like go away like a fad. You know, this is not a fad. This will increase. You know why? Because it's prophecy. You know, this is where the society is headed, basically transhumanism, or basically, you know, turning people into cyborgs. All right, which is basically, you know, basically robots, man. A robot can't function without a chip in it. Okay. Anything you guys?
No, just, you know, that's the spirit. You know, so these things been told to us. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, we get the whole world can be tried. The whole world will be tried. Yeah, because again, at the end of the day, like I was saying, Lord one through the Spirit is that get used to hearing of humans being chipped. All right, that news is not going to surmise. Okay, it's not going to simmer. It's going to escalate.
So I got an article about it, and they're very quiet about the details, right? It says, this one paragraph, so I'll read the title of the article from Reuters. It says, what details on Elon Musk's brain implant trial versus want? Do you want it? It says, you'll have to ask him, right? But if you scroll down here, and it says, Neuralink does not have to divulge even basic details about his trial, including the facility where patients are being implanted with a device and monitored, as well as the number of participants and expected completion date. Right? So they're very hush-hush about what it is.
So why even say anything in the first place?
So they just want to say, oh, hey, the first human got implanted and he's doing well. That's all they pretty much said.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we can't tell you where we did it, how we did it, where it is.
I mean, who knows? It could be a
if you were scared or not.
Who knows? Yeah. You know what I mean? But they're very hush hush about the details about it. You know, regardless, it's still prophecy, right? People are still going to be implanted. You said, what did you just say? A lot of people. What did you say?
That the news is like the news is gonna don't get used to not hearing about this news.
Right. Yeah.
And like the whole world's gonna
eventually. Yeah. You're gonna hear. You're gonna hear more and more. And then it said it could be multiple people because it said they don't have to divulge about the details, and it said they don't have to divulge about the details as well as the number of participants expected. The number of participants and expected completion date. So it sounds like it's more than one person.
Yeah.
See?
And how long it takes too. So
Right.
basically, no, like you said, no details.
Right.
No details.
I mean, who knows? You know, you always gotta consider the worst of this damn devil.
Yeah. You got it. Like, so you're forced to take their words for granted with such little information.
Yeah, right.
You people are fucking stupid, man.
Oh well.
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
That's how they do it.
Yeah. No, barely in your phone. Okay. You know. Anyway.
So how many people even know about this though? Majority of people don't even know about it.
They're gonna know.
You give people too much credit, you know. I mean, people are they're worried about LeBron James.
Yeah. But Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, you know, whatever. They got a lot of distractions to the Super Bowl. Oh, the Super Bowl what?
Oh yeah, I didn't even know about that.
The Super Bowl what?
Corny ass. Oh, yeah.
You know, so people got a lot of. Here it is. You're about to lose gas. The gas is about to go up to $10 in a week. Nobody knows about this stuff, man.
Damn, so that was recent. That thing you said, 20 days.
I just saw it. I saw it today. So they said like 20. And this is a gas attendant. He was like, yo, watch 20 days from now.
Yeah.
You know, watch in the next 20 days, and that's all based on what's happening over there in the Middle East.
Yeah,
because the
ramping up.
Houthis, they're blocking access of oil. You know, and it's all the small hats. And then you had something.
Yeah, whenever you get something, if you want to get something.
Did you have? Okay. I know you quoted something for him to get, but I just wanted to say it and then we can get it. But right.
You said the small hats.
Yeah, the small hats. It's all the small hats' fault because the Houthis are blocking that access because of what Israel is doing to Gaza, right? How they're basically so their response is okay. We're gonna fuck with your money now. We're gonna fuck with the access of oil, right? That you ship out to other countries, and it's gonna take a while, but I perceive that that's what the 20 days means. Like it's gonna take and the people that receive the gas, they can see, they know what's happening because they deal with the gas, so they probably see that the amount of gas that's coming in is less and less. And like, oh shit, it's probably going the next 20, 30 days. It's really gonna affect not only the U.S. but UK because the UK gets that gas too.
Yeah.
You see?
Everything gets shipped.
Yeah, everything, man.
Yeah.
By ships.
Yeah.
Ships. Yeah.
That's another problem too.
Yep. Ships or airplane, but I mean the diesel gas. That only gets delivered through ships. You know. As well as cargo. A lot of cargo gets shipped. You know, like the cars, they get shipped. You know what I mean? Like big thing, they get shipped. A lot of shit get flown, but majority of it gets shipped through the sea.
So,
That's why the scripture said, "In the weaker shall draw them out, draw them in."
Draw them in. Yeah.
You see, Israel's going to cause America to involve in that war, which they pretty much did already. That's why. That's why yesterday you had America start bombing Iranian sites in Syria and Iraq. So they're already involved now, man.
Yeah.
They're involved. Ain't no turning back now. And matter of fact, Sleepy Joe said, we're not going to stop after this strike. They I think 85 sites in 3 hours. But he was like, we're not going to stop here. We're gonna keep on. So they're already in a war. They're in now. Ain't no turning back now.
Yeah. So where is diplomacy? Right? They try to cause diplomacy and to quench the violence in this country and all over the world, but then you're still carrying on.
Yeah.
You're saying to the world, yeah, we want to quench violence here and there, but in this scenario, we want to keep this going. We're going to still bomb and kill people, you know? Hey, anyway, what it boils down to at the end of the day is you stupid-ass people out here, man, that support this demonic system, or really the hypocritical system, right, America, man? It's a total hypocritical system. If you're a hypocrite, you're an actor, you're a liar. You can't say one thing and don't you can't say one thing and your actions don't follow what you say, which makes you a devil. Okay, a hypocrite. You know, so hey man, this again, like, you know, the prophecies and current events, right, is all proven the prophecies of the Most High, Yahweh Shemai Shai. Right? And at the end of the day, we're out here to wake up the elect of the nation of Israel, man. You know, because that's the only ones who see, who can identify these events by faith of the signs of coming of our Lord, man. You know, and that's what it boils down to. You know, we just pray we're up there to be saved with Him, but we're doing the work to prove our salvation, all right, which is given out the name of the Lord, the Son, and Heavenly Father in truth.
Before they spring forth, I'll tell you everything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The Lord gave us the secrets, man, to warn. He warned us to warn the world. Just merely for our people. So I got the scripture, Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell on the earth, that dwell upon the earth.
Again,
Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Yeah, the word of my patience, which is again, the patience goes back to suffering. You know, and the ones, read that again, I'm sorry, you just read it.
It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, so that thing that's going to try the whole world, right, for you to be tempted. Tempted means what? To be tempted to be pulled away from righteousness, all right? To be pulled away from not breaking the laws of the Lord. That's what it means to be tempted. Or else you're not tempted. There's no temptation. So how the whole world's gonna be tried or tempted to be pulled away from the Most High is that they're gonna be tried and tempted to be forced to make a decision to break a commandment, which is ultimately to bow down to the devil, man, okay, or the system that doesn't support the belief and of the Most High. To bow down to a system that doesn't support Yahweh by Shema Shai, all right, which basically is this world, the New World Order, which basically is accepting that chip. You accept that mark, that to be engraved, and accept that to get your skin cut, and to accept that implant. I'll say that's a better way to say, to accept that implant. Then you have just been tempted to break the laws of the Most High, man. You've just broken the law, which the only ones that it really applies to at the end of the day. The Lord only who He really cares about people who breaking His law are His people. The laws that He only give His people to follow in the first place. All right, because we know that accepting this mark goes back to the original laws in the first place. Like we always bring out week after week. All right, Exodus 21, what the awl and the tool of the awl and bore in your ear. Like we always mention, you know, in the customs of the scriptures, you know, slave master, if you wanted not to depart from his slave owner, so to speak, after the years of Jubilee, after the 7 years of him doing his trade, he can make a decision to leave and start his own trade after the 7 years, or to continue on with his master. If he were to continue on as the law states, he would bore his ear with an awl, right, and have a mark in his ear to show to his master and the people that sit it, the people around him, that this is my master, and I'm gonna I'm gonna have to be a slave to him for the rest of my life, and I love my master. All right. So basically, that's what this goes back to. If you accept this digital awl, so to speak, you accept this digital awl, which is the MOTB, you're telling the Most High, well, you've just broken the laws. You've just said, I accept this demonic system and love this system rather than the system and the laws of you, Heavenly Father, which comes to by way of His Son. So you accept that, you're going to be done for. So this is where we're coming into. The whole world's going to be tried by an implantable device.
I was going to say that it is going to be willing. That's willing too. Because these people are being warned, right? Well, everybody's being warned, especially our people. So there's no excuse. If you do that, you willingly doing that shit. All right? But it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Yeah, if I can add, right? Because most people, they don't know anything. They don't know much about the scriptures. They don't know they're an Israelite. But they know that they can connect that to see him. They can connect that with the MOTB in Revelation 13. Like, most people know that. They be like, well, isn't that in the Bible? Like, isn't that the MOTB? Like, most. So there's no. And then if you were to, like you said, if you were to still take it, you ain't got no excuse. You knew better. You know. Just to add on to
You when you say that, I'm thinking about like Joe Rogan. He had a little, I think more than once, a little segment on his show going into, damn, that sounds like the Book of Revelation.
Right.
That chip thing. Kind of scary.
Yeah,
I saw shit like that, right?
I think who was it? It was I think the brother from Dallas. He did a video. Was it Pastor or Dallas? He did a video of a guy that took part in creating the MOTB, the chip. Well, the MOTB, and he didn't know about the scriptures, but once he read the scriptures, this is a video in the 90s. Once he found out about once he found out about Revelation 13, and he took part in creating it, he had to be like, oh shit, this is that. This is an Edomite. Yeah. You know, this is an Edomite scientist or whatever that developed the early stages. I think the early stages of chip was like he said he described it. It was like it was a half the size of a grain of rice, and he was like, oh man, I think he became a Christian eventually, but regardless, he connected the two.
That's him.
You know, and he didn't believe at the time, but he didn't even know, you know, about the scriptures. But you know, once he realized, he put the two together, put the pieces together. You know. Yeah, he was like, oh fuck, I fulfilled, I created this. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, because he saw that he put the piece, because it was plain. But see, it's hard to explain what plain is when people don't see it too, because he's so blinded. But again, it was plain because it was so obvious. You know, because what was the key factor is that this little grain of this device, that the size of a grain of rice, is going to impact the world's future of how it operates. And this little thing impacts the whole future of what you can do, whether you can buy things or whether you can sell things or whatever, you know, of how you purchase things in the future, whether you buy and sell, no matter what class you are in society, rich or poor, right? The scriptures say that, man. You know? And again, that's where you got people out here calling themselves prophets. You got a person, an Edomite, who can put the pieces together, but then you got people, purple rangers, right, or people saying the name Jesus Christ, and they don't want to talk about the Sihib. You can put together that you're an Israelite and the Hebrew names and this and that and what color the Lord is, but you can't even explain or perceive the name of the Lord. You can't even correlate the times and technology with the Sihib in the scriptures. But a damn Edomite can. Well, either you don't know, or you're a sellout, which is another subject. Because it's too obvious, you know. Either you're deciding to look away or deciding not to.
The Lord just don't want you to.
Yeah. So like
Oh, this is Revelation 13. And I'm going to start at 15. It says that he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's why all the AKO is leading to, basically.
that's right.
All right? You know, all this violence, you know, with the migrants and shit like that. You know, these you know, people dealing with transformers and they put them to death. You know, things of that nature, man. Okay, so on and so forth, man. This is what it's all leading to. All right, that Karama will be made mandatory, man. All right, and it's gonna be on a global scale. Okay, and if you don't worship this damn devil and basically following their ways of so-called living, which is sin, which leads to death, destruction. All right, they're gonna put you to death for that. And the scriptures already tells that basically that 7,000 men, which is contention, that the Lord has sealed, basically elected the nation of Israel. All right, we're not gonna bow our knees to Baal. Okay, and it speaks of of us being martyrs, all right, which we are witnesses that's testifying the truth of Yahweh Shem Shah, which are the prophecies. All right, it speaks about certain men being beheaded for not taking his advice. That's right. Okay, so we really coming into some trying times.
Hey, that's another thing too. Apostle Gabar did a show on it, which is another infallible fact that they have. Something that supports the beheadings and the prophets, something that supports the beheading prophecies. They actually have a law written into law about beheadings if you don't accept certain mandates in society. They actually, so that's another thing that supports the prophecies. It's a law. I forget. It was confirmed or established in the early 90s, like 91, 92. I forget what it is, but a certain law that commences if you don't follow the American law or the system, the government, that they can behead you. All right, but of course it's not called beheading. It's they phrase it in some other kind of way, called title something else, or well, I don't know. You know, what do these laws go by titles or something, or Article 59? I don't know. But yeah, that's written. If we can find, I don't know how we find it, but Spirit allowed, we can pull up something. But just to back you up, that's these laws. Your laws support biblical prophecies, man. The wickedness of society supports the prophecies of the scriptures. So,
no, Esau just fucking wicked. Just really think about it. It's simple. It's just simple as fuck, man. He just. Damn, you don't want to be wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? You really for the Lord. like you obviously see, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people like you on the earth, man.
Well, that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole thing, though. You have to wake up to see it, though. You know. But a lot of people see it. Another prophecy. That the Lord is opening the minds of the people of the world to realize who the wicked is, which that's happening. A lot of the world is not siding with the small hats in the Gaza confrontation. All right. Who dropped this? I want to know who it is. Yeah. So a lot of yeah, a lot of the world is seeing that a lot of the confrontations and problems in the world is happening from the what's going on in the Gaza Strip. Yeah, because of the small hats. So they're seeing that's a problem. They're seeing that also a lot of problems that these people that they're involved in. They're a lot of biased towards their issues, if I'm saying it right. So a lot of the how should I say, the white nations, the European Union or Canada, right, or Caucasian nations, we'll say, they support them. Okay, so that's being revealed. And you got another thing that the Lord is doing that our people are waking up to where they are. I just saw real quickly, Apostle Hard did a show again on that guy, Jeffrey, what's that comedian? No, yeah, my bad. What's his name?
Oh, Godfrey.
Jeffrey Godfrey?
No, Godfrey.
Godfrey Salah. Godfrey, which he knows, but more and more he's being more vocal about, he's passionate about his belief of him being an Israelite. And you can see that passion of him growing. Okay, now it's come to the point, I guess he stopped doing interviews with him, but I guess he did one more little debate with Vlad, whatever, which I got to check out.
I saw the thumbnail, I didn't click on it.
Yeah, I saw it. But anyway, the point is, he's going to saying that, of course, he knows he's from Nigeria, and that the Nigerians, they come from the tribe, one of the tribes of which, an ancient tribe of the Igbos. And the Igbos, which goes back to what, Ibar, or in the Hebrew, goes back to Hebrew, man.
That's Hebrew.
Yeah. Am I saying it right? The Igbo tribe? I might be saying it right. Yeah, Igbo, okay? So basically that's what he's saying. That the Igbo, the actual word Igbo, or Igbo tribe, which the Nigerians derive from, right? That's an actual word that means Hebrew. Right? That's not something that's made up or manifested. That's what it means, man. So the word, the Eber means, not Eber, I'm sorry. Igbo goes back to the word Hebrew. That means they're the Hebrew Israelites. Or it didn't get there by accident. All right? It just shows more proof of who the people of the Lord are and what color they were. Or what color they are. And they ain't pale skin, okay, I'll say. That's another thing the Lord is doing and revealing, man. See, we're in a time of revelations, things being revealed. It's like, I just passed that to him. It's like,
it says, Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. Again, you got Elon Musk, who just had their so-called first human trial last week or the end of January 2024, right? And that's what we're reading about, man, because eventually, my point I want to bring out, well, that's my next show, Lord willing, is that get used to hearing this news of human implants. It will not, how should I say?
Die down.
Sawada. There you go. It will not subside. It will not die down. That's the key of that news, which will support this prophecy. You can laugh at it. Nah, it's nothing. It's going to pass. It's a fad. Oh, okay. We'll see. Again, get used to hearing about this, man. This is not going to, this is going to only grow. Yeah. Tawada. This will be the new normal. This is what we want to emphasize through the scriptures, and that's what Yahweh Shemar Shah has been telling you through the prophets of the apostles of GMS and on down, it's without question that the apostles of GMS, the camp of GMS, have been wholeheartedly talking about the chip or the RFID prophecy, man. That's when it says when this prophecy come to pass, then shall you know that the prophets have been among you, because it's been a shadow without a doubt once again that we've been talking about this, man, first and foremost, and made it a point, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai.
And y'all been told. You know, so I'll read it again. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yeah, so again, that what did it say? It said what? The last few words? The mark?
It says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
Save he. So no man is gonna buy or sell, purchase anything in your life, anything in your life. Well, not your life, your everyday life, whether it be food, whether it be buying gas, whether it be paying for rent in your home, electricity, for the heat, whatever, buy or sell or even do business, right? To have a business in society, to make money, right? And what? Unless what?
Save he that had the mark.
Unless the person, that individual, had a charagma. That's what that mark goes back to, the Greek word. A charagma, which goes back to what? Chi Psi Sigma. Which goes back to what? A cutting of the flesh. Right? An implant. An implantable device. Charagma. Right? Which goes back to that charagma goes back to what? Cutting of the flesh, and also implantable device by a sharp instrument or tool, karax, something that's sharp, a palisade, something that's stuck, pricks, and also goes back to the word karag, which goes back to the word writings. All right, the writings. So whatever's going to be implanted and cut in you is going to have writings in there, or record.
Grapho.
Excuse me, yeah, that's right, grapho. Charagma goes back to grapho, which means basically it's gonna have what which graphic you hear, graffiti or writings, right. In this implantable device that was put into your skin. You can't get around this, man. All right, so yeah, no one is gonna able to buy or sell unless they have this. Keep going.
It says, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yeah, the number of his name, because what's going to be implanted in you is going to represent the beast, which represents the whole philosophy of the people that put it in you in the first place. Right? You're going to have to accept a certain understanding for you to operate and live in this new system. And that's the beast, which replicates the same belief system of the Roman Empire, which is what? Idolatry, wickedness, Satanism, basically. All right, a one world belief system. And involves you not believing in God, in his laws, in his commandments, righteousness. And that belief, that one world belief that goes against the Most High is gonna have a number on it, man. Which goes back again to a barcode, a universal product code, which we have right now. It's been around. It's something that you can't buy or sell with. Today, it actually exists. The barcode. But that barcode is actually going to be put inside of you now. You don't need to have any cash or any kind of tangible thing to buy things now that has a barcode. You know, now you're that damn piece now. It's going to be put in you. And see, you know, only the elect are going to wake up to this, man. And the ones that hear this word and are hearing the warning of this prophecies, man.
It says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Yeah, 666, and that exists, man. All around you, man. You know, and again, it goes back to the universal product code. You know, that exists today. Every time you scan something to buy, it's kept in a database. All right, over there in the computers, the supercomputer of London, and that database is stored in by a barcode which has the number 666 on there. So everything that is purchased and bought and sold in right now, in current time, actually exists. So this all boils down to this 666 involves buying and selling.
I got something. I got the definition of causing, right? In Revelation 13:16. It goes back to the word poreo. Poreo, right? And scroll down here to one of the definitions. It says to make one do something.
Yeah,
or cause one to. Right? Now, if you read it again, it says, "And causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor." Yeah. Right. So it says to make one do something.
Like force it.
To make someone do. To make all people receive it. That's why we say it's going to be forced. You know, it's going to be. You know, when it's fully implemented, it's going to reach a point where it's going to be forced onto the people.
Mandated.
Yeah, it's going to be mandated. You know, you are going to be required to take this, and if you don't, you're going to be done away with by the powers that be. But it's going to be something forced. It's not going to be something optional.
Yeah.
Right. And also, you had the clause,
Satan
clause. Yeah. He said the next monetary system, or the future monetary system, is going to be digital, and it's not only is going to be digital, it's going to be implantable.
Yeah.
Right. So the next monetary system, which they're planning.
Yeah, he said it already.
Which he's planning for some reason. Why he's saying this is very strange, right? He said the next monetary system is going to be digital and it's going to be implantable.
Well, he made an announcement on one of these, which is viral, when a WEF conference, I think not this one, but last year or even 2 years ago, which he said that everybody in this room was going to have an implantable device, and we all seen that clip in their head. He said, "I'm going to be able to talk about Carl Schwab's. I'm going to be able to read your thoughts and see what you're thinking, see how you're feeling, and you vice versa." So he made it seem like a good thing. Like, yeah, I'm going to be able to know what you're thinking, you know your thoughts, and everybody will be connected in a way. We're going to be connected, you know, and so on and so on, so forth. So this is something he spoke about openly, man.
No, I got it right here. It said, this is just one article. It says Klaus Schwab predicts human C-hip implants for direct brain digital communication. Right? This is something he says is going to happen in the future. He says in the future, people are going to have brain implants, brain chips. It will communicate through those chips. You see? Right? Just like the whole Neuralink thing with Elon Musk. Right? And I'm going to continue searching for the article that says the next monetary system is going to be digital. It's going to be a digital implantable device.
And how's that not believable? You got something called the CBDC. That supports what you're saying, you know?
Yeah.
The central bank digital currency. Actually, I think it was him that said that the CBDC will be implantable. I think Carl Schwab said that.
That's what I'm. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to.
Actually, yeah, he said that. You see, come on, man. See, everything we're saying, you could actually look up. I mean, we're bringing it out. We're bringing out articles.
Oh, look, it says, there's one insight in this article. It says, Klaus Schwab predicts that humans will soon receive a chip in their body to integrate with the digital world, right?
The Internet of Things.
Yeah, the part of integrating with the digital world is having the CBDC and being able to buy and sell with that. See?
Digital currency?
Yeah, a digital currency. It says, Korshaw envisions a future where humans can have direct communication between their brains and the digital world, implantable chips, creating a hybrid and digital trans-physical world.
Wow, trans-physical. Wow, trans-physical. Wow. Sounds like, what's trans-physical? Meaning surpassing physicality, man. Surpassing physics and going into cyborgs technology. Right? Or transhumanism. You know, so, hey, man. All the things we're saying, you can look up out there. But we only know the spirits of Yahweh Shema Shah, the sheep, are going to hear his word, his voice. But for any new coming out there or watching, all you got to do is look up what we're saying. But we're actually bringing out articles to you and doing that for you as well. So this is all plain, man. You know, but a lot of you, you know, as too, are in denial too. Or, you know, they actually, you know what, not in denial, they see the truth, but they choose to ignore it. They choose to keep going on living their wicked lives. Because that's another reality. I'll say that. A lot of people know about the chip and what's going on, but you don't care. You keep doing what you're doing. Because the case in point, like a lot of people know about not eating pork, not eating certain bad foods, and even knowing that they're Israel, but they still deny and do what they want to do. And people know about the New World Order and what it entails, and the concentration camps, and the chips and all that stuff, but they don't care. They do what they want to do.
Yeah, they won't care until the heat, that shit hits the fan.
Yep.
That's when they'll care. You had a lot of people caring in 2020. Right? You
should have listened.
No, you had a lot of people carrying it during 9/11.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people are going to care. Just like the quote earlier, the scripture was Hosea 5:15, I believe. It says, "In their affliction they shall seek me early." Right. So I got another article here. It said, like 2 minutes. It says this is another article about the CDC. This is from the World Economic. This is from the WEF website. Central bank digital currency. How much could it be redesigned? Right. This is from January this summer. This is from a few days ago. Goddamn. It says we're cautiously optimistic. A carefully designed CBDC could give a new payments tool with the best features of cash, digital payments, and crypto. Right, so they're trying to see what ways they can use or utilize CBDC or central bank digital currency as a way for payments and cash, like to use as cash or money. So they're basically trying to create new ways where they can use a digital currency, and it's going to be another way they can do it. With that technology is already here now, they're going to use an implantable device. You can just swipe your hand. Yeah, pay for things.
That's already here.
Yep.
And Amazon, you know, like you always going to. You know what I mean?
All right, so that was it on that.
I got Proverbs 22:3. It says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished." So just going into, you jakes out there that's listening to the words of the Lord, the men make millstone, start the apostles on down. All right? You're supposed to be applying.
Pick it up,
You're supposed to be applying these things, man. To be prudent is to be wise. Okay? So the men and women of our nation that's going to be elected that's listening to this word, man, you know, you're supposed to hide yourself in these scriptures. Like the elders were just getting into, you're bringing out a lot of information, a lot of arguments, all right, concerning this topic, you know, or basically various topics, okay, of what's really going on in the world, man, to add up to the scriptures. So you can be able to hide yourself when that destruction comes, man. Or you know, when that great wrath comes from Yahweh Shemel Shah unleashing Esau. All right, with that sword, man, because they know that their time is up. All right, so you're supposed to be prudent and you know, fact checking. Don't take our word for it. That's what the Apostles told us. You know, you gotta search for yourself, research for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then, hey, when the spirit hits you, you get into it, man. Okay? So
that's like what we're saying. A lot of people have no excuse.
Yeah.
You guys have no excuse, man. This has been out for years now. And especially with the things that we see happening, it should dawn on a lot of people.
That's right.
That oh shit, what these guys, you know, what we look down on are saying, it's actually happening now, you know.
Yeah, that's a spirit. Look, but the simple pass on and are punished.
That's right. Yeah. That proves that that what the Lord is saying, that everybody who's going to be judged and punished, you are simple. Yes. Well, like you just said, the punishment is warranted because of your simplicity, man. And simplicity means basically goes back to the word stupid. It's a wicked to be stupid, actually. Okay, to be dumbed down. You know, that was it, basically. Yeah.
Whatever. So that's,
You got something? That's it, though. Yeah.
I'll just make it.
All right, one more.
Proverbs 1:22, straight to the point. It says, "How long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge."
Well, we know the answer till that missile comes. Okay, that's the answer to that. All right, and so with that, and the ones who not are the elect. All right, that's a matter of fact. That's prophecy. You know, and we're at that time very soon. Yahweh Shai is about to save the elect, man, from the power of the Heavenly Father. So with that, we'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kwadash. All right, the water Yahweh Shemel Shai, the water to the apostles, the bishops, CT bishops, and all you Akim in the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, stay strong. You're almost out of here. All right, Shalom.